Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if you could tell, but I am a little bit sick. I did want to get this video up for you guys just because today is not as gloomy as it was yesterday. It's a little bit more sunnier today, and I felt a little bit inspired to do a hair and makeup tutorial based around music festivals. So if you're going to like Coachella, Warped Tour, FYF Fest, EDC, Hard Summer, I don't know, all those things. I don't go to any of those. I used to go to Warped Tour actually, but I've never gone to Coachella or EDC. I've never been to a rave. I'm very boring. But anyway, if you guys want to see how I achieved this makeup look and then this little hairstyle right here, then feel free to keep watching. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by priming my eyeshadow, and don't mind my throat, I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm actually using the Lorac eyeshadow primer, and then I'm going to go ahead and move on to eyeshadow. We're using the Sweet Peach palette today by Too Faced, and taking White Peach. This is going to go all over the eyelid area and up to the brow bone, and this is just to set our eyeshadow primer. The next shade we're going to be taking is the shade Georgia. This is such a pretty pale pink shade. It's the perfect transition color for what the kind of look I'm going for today. I'm just going to kind of throw that up into the crease, just kind of depositing and blending the shade out. Moving on to the shade Candied Peach, it is a little bit more of like a coral peachy shade. I'm going to be using this to deposit up into the crease, the same area that we applied that Georgia shade, and this is just going to deepen up that color. And what I'm doing is I'm actually packing it on right on the outer corner and then just buffing it out. The first area that you deposit the product on is that where the most color payoff is going to be, so that's why I'm doing that packing motion, and then we're gonna just keep blending everything out. It's so hard to explain, but just pack and blend, pack and blend. Literally, it just deposits the color so much easier this way. Moving on, we're going to take a tiny bit of this purple shade here. This one is called Delectable. I'm doing literally barely tapping my brush into that shade. I just wanted to use this color to add a little bit more definition to the crease area because I felt like it was looking a little bit flat. This is going to help deepen up the crease and add more depth and definition to the eye. And then again, just taking more of that Candied Peach shade and just blending over that Delectable shade because I don't want too much of that purple in there. Taking the shade Bellini, I'm going to be using actually my finger to apply this all over my eyelid area. This is going to be our shimmer shade. I love this color so much. It's in between like a champagne-y, like pink champagne color, if that makes sense. It's so pretty. I am obsessed with it. And then again, just blending everything out, making sure there was no harsh lines. Taking the Magnificent Foiled Stila shadows in Metallic Peach. It's super glittery. I wanted to add a lot of glitter to this look, so I just want a little bit of the glitter just on the eyelid area. So I'm again just using my finger. I feel like this is the best way to apply it, and I'm using a very light hand and taking barely any product. You are going to get a lot of fallout, so make sure you clean that up and take a sip of tea. Because girl, we worked hard. Moving on to lashes, I'm taking Flutter lashes in the style Slayla. I don't know why I like barely showed my face in this clip, but I'm applying the Tartiest mascara by Tarte. And when I apply my lashes, I apply it strictly in the center, make sure it's stuck on in the center, and then I will pull my eyelid, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I do anyway, and then I'll go ahead and place it to my outer corner and then my inner corner, and just do the same thing to the other eye. If you need a little bit of adjusting, your tweezers are there to help you. Both lashes are on, and now we're going to move on to the face. I'm taking the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I am obsessed with this primer for the face. It gives you such a beautiful luminous glow like even through underneath matte foundation. If you have oily skin, it's amazing. I love it, but I also feel that it does help keep the longevity of my foundation onto my skin all day long. Moving on to face foundation. The Naked Skin One and Done Foundation by Urban Decay. I've been liking it lately. I don't know how I feel exactly about it yet because it barely gives any coverage. I can definitely say that. What I do typically with any foundation is I will apply it towards my jawline area, buff it out, and then still just buff out to the rest of my face. With this foundation, I do find that since it's very light coverage, I like to do little dabbing motions like you would with a beauty blender and then buff it out, just because I feel like I get most coverage that way, or at least the most coverage that I can get, at least with this foundation. And then for concealer, I'm taking the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aquacealer. This has been my go-to lately. I'm obsessed. Also, the Rainforest of the Sea foundation, I'm obsessed with as well. I'm going to be using that in another video later on. But yeah, for this one, I am obsessed for under eye. It keeps my eyes hydrated. Super nice. The shade selection that I chose light, I believe, or light neutral. I don't remember. I'll link it down below. But it gives amazing coverage for being an aqua foundation. An aqua concealer that's water-based. The coverage is amazing. I'm obsessed. It's like a good medium coverage. It doesn't crease under my eyes. Literally, I have nothing bad to say about this concealer. I'm literally just obsessed. How many times have I said literally? Probably 20. I am actually using a very dense brush to buff this out as opposed to a beauty blender because I feel like it does help pick up excess concealer. And I love this. This is the E56 by Morphe. I'm going to take the Anastasia Contour Kit Original. I'm going to mix the first two shades, which is the banana and the lighter shade in there that is matte. Don't remember the name of it, but I love mixing the two for setting the under eye area and any areas that I've used concealer to highlight, just because I feel like it sets it all day without creasing, and it also just kind of brightens up the area as well. As for the face, I love using the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish. Mine is in the shade Light Plus, I believe. And I'm just using a huge Morphe brush. I believe this is the E41, E31, E41. One of those. I'll link it down below. But I love this just for setting my whole face because it doesn't pack on an obscene amount of powder. It's literally just the perfect amount. Bronzer, I'm going to be taking Hoola by Benefit. I'm obsessed with this bronzer lately. I'll usually use like a more precise contour brush and use it for contour, but today I just wanted a little bit of a bronze. So I'm taking a bigger, fluffier brush. I believe this is the E58 by Morphe. Again, I'll link it down below. I just love this for like the temple area, the jawline, just getting all over those cheeks, everything like that. And then we're going to move on to blush. I'm taking Luminoso blush by Milani Cosmetics. I'm obsessed with this because it's a really pretty peachy shade and it already has a little bit of a glow in it. And then for highlight, I'm taking Anastasia Illuminator in So Hollywood. This is my favorite Anastasia product ever just because it instantly gives you like the most prettiest glow ever. And then we just need to examine the highlight because it's literally so bomb. And then I'm going to take Becca Cosmetics Opal. Oh my god, sorry, Champagne Pop. I was going to take Opal, but I decided Champagne Pop was going to look super pretty on top of So Hollywood. I'm going back in with Candied Peach, which is that coral shade we used all over the crease. I'm going to take this just right under the eye area. The lower lash line. And then we're going to highlight the inner corners with Nectar. That's going to kind of brighten everything up and make our eyes look more fresh and awake. I've also applied a yellow eyeliner to my waterline. I forgot to get a clip of that, but I applied a yellow liner and it was bomb. Taking Violet Voss glitter in Champagne Kisses and the Eye Candy Liquid Sugar. This is my favorite way to apply glitter. I'll just take a little tiny bit, apply it to the area that I want the glitter, and then I'll go into the glitter and actually pack it on, and this stuff stays on literally like up to 24 hours. Again, how many times have I said literally? I'm sick, I'm delirious, I was about to say literally. Okay, moving on. I'm going to take my lipstick from MAC Cosmetics in Flat Out Fabulous. You could take any pink, any red, any coral, orange shade would look so pretty. This one I just had in mind paired with this eye look, and I actually really love how it turned out. So, so pretty. And we're just going to set everything again with the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea collection is amazing. I'm just going to use that just to kind of mist over, and then we're going to fan that off. And now it is time to move on to the hair. For the hair, I'm going to be adding a little bit of dry shampoo just for texture and more volume. I'm focusing it mainly on the crown of the head because that's where we're going to be playing with our hair the most. I am just kind of separating my hair a little bit. I kind of want to create like a baby faux hawk, if that makes sense. So what I'm doing is I'm just literally separating the hair, and then we're going to go ahead and do a braid. So I'm taking 3 small sections. I'm going to do a regular braid for the first strands, and then as I am crossing a piece over, I grab a section of hair, mix it together, cross another piece over, grab a section of hair, and then go ahead and cross it over again. This is a regular French braid. I think a Dutch braid would look much better with this specific hairstyle, but I haven't mastered that just yet. Once you've got your braid going on, it kind of starts to look a little bit more put together, and it looks really nice. You can kind of see it separating that little part there. I think that's like so cute. And then once you're done with your braid, which is honestly the hardest part about this, then just go ahead and tie that sucker off. So you should get something that looks a little bit like that. Yours might be better than mine. And then taking the rest of that little hair that's in that tiny little ponytail, I'm just going to put that up in a little baby bun and just bobby pin it together into place. Just kind of adjust it to the way that you want it to look. Mine is a tiny, tiny baby bun, but you can go big if you want to. With the rest of our hair, you can leave it straight if you prefer. I'm just going to do little tiny curls. So I'm taking, I think this is like a 1/2 inch curling wand if I'm not mistaken. It's just a random brand. I think it's Conair. I got it from Walgreens for like 25 bucks, but I love it. I'm just going to curl the pieces of my hair, and then once we are done with the curling, we're just going to run our fingers through our hair just to kind of wave it out a little bit so it looks kind of messy. So like I said, once we're done curling our hair, we're just going to kind of play with it and kind of mess it up a little bit. I'm just kind of running my fingers through my hair a little just to make sure it's all kind of brushed out and not perfectly curled. And this is the finished hair look. I am obsessed. This is such a good way to get the hair out of your face when you want to just have fun. I love it. Alright guys, so that completes this look. This is the makeup and the hair. This is very music festival inspired for me. If you like it, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below what other videos you would like to see next. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. See you. Bye.